The former Ukip leader said Ireland required exceptional treatment in order to avoid a hard border which could bring exit talks with the EU to a grinding halt. Speaking on LBC Radio Today, he urged Brussels to see the bigger picture and make an exception for dealing with Ireland trade after Brexit. Mr. Farage argued that regardless of trade discussions with the rest of the EU, the bloc had to recognise the politically sensitive nature of the situation and make an exception for the relatively small but very important country of Ireland. He said, "Can I offer you a solution that I think nobody has talked about before?" Nigel Farage has urged the EU to treat the issue of Brexit and the Irish border with exception. "We as the United Kingdom unconditionally want to continue with free trade and free access with Ireland." Nigel Farage: "What if the British government goes to Brussels tomorrow and simultaneously is on the phone with Dublin? Let's have a speaker conference tomorrow and the British government says this: whatever you as a European Union do in return with us on trade, we will discuss over the course of the coming weeks and months. But we as the United Kingdom unconditionally want to continue with free trade and free access with Ireland. We want that not just for the ease of business between us and Ireland and vice versa, but also so that Ireland can transship by lorry many of their goods through the United Kingdom and onto the continent." Nigel Farage urged Brussels to see the bigger picture. Theresa May will meet European officials tomorrow to discuss the progress of Brexit talks. "This is a politically sensitive situation, and we're going to ask the World Trade Organization, based in Switzerland, to act as a broker for this and can please the EU, whatever else they decide to do, if they're serious about the peace agreement and the frictionless border, can the European Union make an exception for the relatively small, but very important and sensitive country of Ireland? How would that go down?" Time is running out before this month's EU summit, where leaders will either agree to progress to the next round of Brexit talks or stop the negotiations completely. Progress has been made on the issue of EU citizens' rights and an exit fee, but the Irish border remains a toxic issue on both sides of the Irish Sea. Wednesday, September 13, 2017. If this issue is not ironed out, the European Council could suspend talks until March 2018, meaning no progress has been made and odds on a no-deal split would rocket the leaders of the remaining 27 EU states, including Irish Premier Mr Varadkar, have a veto on triggering the second phase of talks, meaning Mrs May must be sure of support from Dublin for progress to be made. European Council President Donald Tusk has said the Irish would be consulted on whether the UK's offer was sufficient, claiming the future of Brexit lies in Dublin. An emergency cabinet meeting has been called in Ireland tomorrow to discuss how Dublin will respond to Theresa May's fresh round of talks with the EU.